Hey everybody, October 20th. Video will be there soon. Go ahead and begin the starter, please. It is 5 questions. It is worth 5 points, actually, only one question. I'll preview it here as well. Okay, so you're gonna, again, you may not need to look at this text and read the entire text. But bottom line is, I want you to tell me who this group is. This is a review from colonial Latin America. Again, when Spain was in control of Latin America, they put forth and created this social class system, this hierarchy of power and privilege. So you need to be able to tell me who's at the top, which is group A, okay, group B, C, D, E, and F. You can refer back to your hook activity from the DBQ, any prior knowledge, okay, a review guide, whatever, but your goal is to get all of those correct. And this is valued at 5 points. Okay, so review. Okay, next up, let's go to the summary. Okay. Okay, today our summary is to create a poster representing the culture of a European country. You're gonna take it out the door, so make sure that you have that down, okay? And understand completely our objective today. Again, is to create a poster representing the culture of a. You were assigned a European country last week. Okay, our North Carolina Standard Course of Studies explain how cultural expressions influence modern society. How does art, literature, writing, architecture influence today, influence society? Our unit is Europe. We started that last week after our Latin America quarterly. And the statement of inquiry is ideology impacts interactions. So as you're looking at culture today, some of the ideas that different groups of people have create these or impact how they interact with people or the environment. So you got to think of if a culture values certain things, that's going to impact the way that they treat other people or the way that they treat people that are different than themselves or the way that they treat the environment, the world. Okay, so we're through that lens here. It impacts interactions. Synchronous time is the starter, which we've already done. We're going to begin the culture poster and then finish with the ticket out the door. And then your asynchronous time, and again, all this is going to be on the ticket out the door as a review. Okay, asynchronous time is to complete page 36, Europe, the culture poster, and that is due, take a look at that, right? Due Thursday by 10 p.m. So I'm giving you a little bit extra time, honestly, probably too much time, but that will allow us to actually jumpstart our extra credit extension for Europe and to get a lot of people started on that. So let's go over the expectations because they're slightly different, okay? This time it's valued at 10 points instead of 21, okay? So you're going to use your research from page 35 to create your culture poster. The graphic, again, must meet or exceed the following expectations. First of all, you need to use Canva, and you need to use one that's connected to my class, your account that's connected to my class. I shared that link last class, and I'll again, or I'll maybe even change and edit this page so it's on there for you to click. And then from there, these are your requirements. You must have ethnic groups on your poster, and it must be represented as a pie chart and not a pie chart that you found. I want you to create the pie chart. Okay, we did that in Canva last time, and I'll go over how to do that again as well. Then you need to choose 4 other cultural characteristics: food, holidays, art, language, okay, religion. You're going to choose 4 others outside the group. So that's 5 total. Okay, sorry, you can see my thumb there. Okay, 5 total. I thought I was going crazy. 5 total. So each of those is going to be valued at 2 points, which equals 10 points for the assignment. Each of those cultural characteristics must have the following: title. If you look here, right? Art. A caption or brief summary in your own words. So here would be mine here for art. For Suriname, vibrant colors showing African heritage for Suriname when we talk about Latin America. And then a high resolution image or graphic as well. So that would be represented here. And here you see the same with ethnic groups. You see my captions would be like the labels of my pie chart, and then the pie chart here in the middle. So that's what you need to do, okay, to earn that 10 points maximum here. So again, you must have ethnic groups, and it must be as a pie chart. Then each of them also needs to choose 4 others. They must have a title, caption, and a high quality image. Make sure that you understand that. Make sure that you're in my Canvas course as my Canva class as well when you're submitting that. And we'll work through what that looks like to submit for Thursday. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time to work on your Canva poster. Okay, I want you to work on that right now, and I'll also go over the pie chart here for you to see. Just a quick review. And if you look in Canva and you're part of my class, you're actually going to see my design that I shared with you from Suriname. So you could do a little bit of that. Now, if I'm you, I would add a little bit to that, and I'd really, it'd be beneficial for you to really improve on that. Okay, so here we go. So here's what I did. I'm going to delete that and start over. So take a look. This is how you do the pie chart. Go over to elements on the left side. You scroll down to charts. Now you could click see all if you want, or just this arrow, because you're going to have a pie chart right there. That's where your pie chart. Right, so it pops up here for you. Now right away they just give you 5 categories, and they're all even, which would be right 20% of the population or whatever. So here we go. Here's where you're going to label this content. And I'm just going to do something very brief. I'm going to say like ethnic group A is 50%. Ethnic group B is 25%. Okay. And then I'm going to do ethnic group C is 10%. And then I will do D is 5. E is also 5. And I'm going to add one. You just click on the next box down and it will automatically generate, okay, for you. All right, from there, right, I can see then my pie chart. To change the colors, you can click here. Okay, click the color on that box. You can change any of the colors to anything you want. Okay, I honestly like this one. Make sure it's easy to read. So maybe I shouldn't choose that one. Maybe this one instead. Because if it's black on black, then it may be a little bit more difficult to see. Shrink it down. Move it into the space you want it to go into. But you must have a student-generated or created pie chart in your poster. Yeah, so take a look. So that's how to do that. And let's go back. So again, I want time to work. If you're done with everything, you need to work on your extra credit extension. Okay, and let's look at the extra credit extension. I'm going to go to home. So let's look at the extra credit extension. And this is what you do when you're done with everything, and we have additional. We'll probably actually have a lot tomorrow and get a jump start. Here's where it's going to be explained to you, kind of the expectations and why we do it. You got to have all your work done before you begin this. So let's say you finish your culture research and you finish the culture poster, but you did your geography yet, or your stars and the ticket out the door. Then you need to make sure you go back and finish all those first before you move on to the extra credit extension. Okay, the first step is the research. We don't even need to worry about the project or the product yet. We first have to focus on the research and make sure that that gets done. Then we can move on to the product. So I'm not even going to talk about the different things that you can create at this point. I'm going to hit next. Okay, here are your topics. Here's what I want you to look at. And if you want to do another topic, that's fine, but you need to ask me and then I'll approve it or say, or steer you in a different direction. So you can do, research from the Enlightenment. This content from the French Revolution, the guillotine, okay, the device that severed the heads of a lot of the citizens and ultimately the king. Spoiler alert, sorry. Industrial Revolution. You can do your research on some of these things, or some of the important people and inventors of the Industrial Revolution would be good. World War I, some key events, military leaders, key battles, some of the artillery or innovations of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles. You could focus on the Holocaust, some of the specific events, concentration camps, different things from the Holocaust. And then World War II, there's a lot that you focus on. So you can pick any of those topics. Okay, with that being said, you then go to the page 34, Europe Extension Research. I'll go there now. So if you go to extension research, you're going to pick your topic and you're going to write it in there. Then you're going to research that topic. Let's say it's Auschwitz, okay, one of the most infamous concentration camp during the Holocaust. So you would look that up and you would look up something related to it and you would type the title of the source that you used. And then you would start putting in organized information or notes in that box. And if I'm you, I would do bullet points, short, concise bullet points. Try to do it in your own words. And then when you use it for your product or your project, then it's going to be really easy for you not to plagiarize that content and to go and rip off somebody else's language and words and knowledge, right? And we're still going to, kind of cite that information, but get the point. And then here's a citation, and we'll focus on the citations later. But I want to make sure that you source up here, the title, and I will put the website as well, so it's easy to go back. And then when we cite that and I go through how to do that, it'd be really easy for you. You do that for source 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't even worry about product or making something until you've researched 4 different sources related and have, page full of notes related to your topic. Okay, so that's what you're doing when you finish both your research and your culture poster, and you've already have your geography done and all other assignments that are on the second quarter. Okay, all right, let's take a look. Let's go back to the ticket out the door, and then I'm gonna let y'all work the rest of the time. Ticket out the door. Go ahead and do it now, please. Please, y'all, 5 out of 5. That's the only out. That's what we need to get. October 20th, ticket out the door. Okay, straightforward. Please, 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 please take your time, do it right. What's the objective today? What unit are we studying? What is the unit statement of inquiry? What is your asynchronous work for today? And then when is 36 Europe culture poster due? Okay, go ahead and answer those questions. And after you've done that, you can go and put any questions in the chat, please, so I can address those. And then when I close things out for class today, please send me any questions, comments, and Canvas so I can get back to you in a timely manner. Thank you.